Peace. Welcome back to another show. It's me, the host, Poe. Actually, we all the hosts of the show, but right now I'm in the seat. Yeah, this our show. So let me start off by saying hit that like button, subscribe, and share it. Leave a comment. Please help. Help so we could get better. We can get better. So we can be heard. Let me go over to YouTube and see what's going on. All right, we live on YouTube. We good. We good. If y'all in the chat already, give me a second. I'm trying to let them know. All right. Give me a second. Facebook right now. Yeah. I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds to get in here if y'all gonna come in here. Let me see. Let me show y'all today's topic that I picked. Even though we always go off script, we never stick to a script. AJ. All right, this script is gonna be. Give me a second, it's loading. I don't got as many tabs as I usually have open, but it's still acting up. Come on now. Yeah, it's acting up. I guess it like for me to freestyle it. Try to excuse me. Yeah, I be trying to not freestyle it so much, just so we can have a formal show. All right, this is gonna be this episode 118. Do fans really know what they want in a boxing game, or is it just an excuse? Companies always saying that we don't know what we want in a boxing game. That's crazy. Let me see. One of the most common things you hear whenever fans criticize a boxing game is this phrase: fans don't know what they want. But today, I want to challenge that. Is that actually true? Or is it something people say to dismiss feedback they don't want to deal with. It is. It really is. From my experience, like I've literally been in different game groups, everything. But I know when they say fans don't know what they want, they dismissing you. They don't want you to know what you want. And then they reach out to people that have ideas close to what they already have planned. Like if you want a realistic boxing game, they're going to look at what's comfortable to them. And they say, hey, fans want that, and it's not really that many. When it comes to sports games, it's not that many. It's more hardcore fans that like the sport, but they trying to silence them, the developers, because they don't want to do more. The hardcore fans gonna ask for more. The casual fans, not really. They're gonna ask for what's comfortable to them, and then they're gonna still stop playing the game. So you're losing money, stupids that went to college. Some of y'all went to college and y'all still stupid. That's the craziest thing to me. Like y'all really not using your brain cells. And I hate to call somebody stupid, but it's stupid. At this point, it's stupid. Let me see. Anybody come in here? Nobody in here yet? Oh, Kanisi. Oh, you in here first today. Salute, Kanisi. Let me see. Then they say because boxing fans have been very specific for decades. Boxing fans, the fans of each sport, they try to silence them. And if you look at the history of boxing games, you'll see innovation didn't come from ignoring fans. It came from listening to them. All right, let me read this again. Do fans know what they want, or is that a cop-out? My talking points is the phrase fans don't know what they want is often used as a shield, not a fact. Now, my question is, do fans really know what they want in a boxing game? And my answer is, fans absolutely know what they want. What they don't know is how to code it. There's a difference. Fans consistently ask for responsive controls, realistic stamina and fatigue, fighters that behave differently, smart AI, not input reading, authentic pacing and punishment. Those are design goals, not vague wishes. What people confuse is fans disagree on implementation. With fans being wrong about direction, every genre evolves because fans push it. Question. So why do developers or defenders say fans don't know what they want? My answer is because it's easier than admitting the tech isn't there. The budget wasn't allocated correctly. The team lacks genre-specific experience, or the design direction is locked too early. See, these are the two ones right here that's annoying. The tech isn't there. They can't use that today. They cannot use that. Game companies can't use that. Then they say, or the design, the design direction is locked too early. Who locks their design early? Nobody. Because if you can do hot fixes and upgrades, that means the design is not really locked. Companies like 2K and EA, they could go back in and fix certain things. I've seen it numerous times. Saying fans don't know what they want reframes criticism as ignorance instead of feedback. Undisputed. Where is it now? And where does it go from here? My talking points. Undisputed is not a failure. It's not finished either. Question is, when I say it's not finished, I'm not talking about it's not, finished. Like, hey, that's it. No, when I say not finished, the game is literally not finished. They gave us an unfinished game. Now, question. What did Undisputed get right? My answer, a lot actually. In the beginning, they got licensed boxers in arenas. They got that right. But they didn't get the boxers, all of the boxers' nuances, different things about the boxers that make them stand out, to make fans want to use them. Steel City showed that there's an appetite for a real boxing game, for a real boxing game. And they didn't capitalize on that in the beginning. Their thing is, hey, we fake them and then we give them the arcade stuff, and then the fans left. Where did Undisputed fall short? The answer is in systems, not presentation. They faulted in presentation too. AI behavior feels layered, not organic. Punch selection lacks intent. Defense often feels reactive, not predictive. Career mode depth is limited, very limited. Boxers don't fully express their personalities. Boxers seem they dead. They dead. And I hate to say that because some of the boxers actually are dead. The issue isn't the game is bad. The issue isn't the game is bad. It's that it hasn't evolved fast enough after release. Exactly. That's what I was saying. See, a lot of people be coming at me and stuff. The game didn't evolve enough, especially after you got veteran developers on there. But y'all think is, hey, we got to put out a rumor that we hired people that didn't know what they were doing. Nah. You hired people that's going to rob you. They just keep getting a check. These guys on Steel City, they just there for a check. They don't care about what the game is. They don't care about boxing. Where does Undisputed go from here? My answer is it has two paths. Path one, lean into accessibility for everybody. Accessibility. Don't force people. We should have accessibility. Modes, control, everything. Accessibility. Shadow systems. Faster matches. When you say faster matches, that means the matchups. You get better matchups. Esports style balance. Path two, deep AI profiles, true tendencies and traits, dynamic fatigue and damage, boxers that adapt mid-fight, career mode that actually simulates boxing life. The second path is harder, but it's the one fans are asking for. Let me see anybody come back. Elf come in the chat. What's up, legendary boxing 2026? Appreciate you popping in. Let me see. All right. Boxing games of the past what they innovated. What they innovated. My talking points. Boxing games didn't survive by accident. They evolved. That's what I be saying. When people be trying to, people constantly going back to Fight Night Champion. All right, it was a complete game, but we supposed to evolve past Fight Night Champion. 15 years. Do you know 15 years before Fight Night Champion? Let's be honest with yourself. 15 years before Fight Night Champion, you seen all them games that we had? You see how Fight Night Champion innovated itself? You see how Undisputed didn't really innovate itself? The only thing that Undisputed had for itself is the footwork. That was it. But if we look at the ESBC, they would have been way ahead of Fight Night Champion if we had that game. But somebody said, "Hey, we don't want that right now." Fans don't really want that. And the stupidest thing, the logic, Ash fell for that because he should have been like, "Hey, what you mean they didn't fell for the? We got 1 million views from that video. We got over 1 million views." That's what Ash should have been saying. Y'all got to go. I don't need y'all here. That's what Ash should have said. Let me see. Question. What did earlier boxing games do that mattered? Answer. They took risks. Fight Night round 2 and 3 introduced analog punching. Fight Night Champion learned into narrative and atmosphere. Knockout King focused on fundamentals and ring positioning. Older games emphasize timing over spam. They weren't perfect, but they moved the genre forward. What do people know? Why do people still talk about Fight Night Champion? Because it felt complete, clear vision, polished systems, cohesive experience. Boxers felt different. Not really. Boxers didn't. I think it's only like what 7,000 a game, if that. They didn't like. If you're a boxing fan, you notice when stuff don't feel the same. When they feel the same. They didn't need excuses. Yeah, they did. Fight Night, the developer had excuses set already. Why I don't support Fight Night forever? A lot of people wanted to know that. Mods are not the same as development. Why don't I support Fight Night forever? My answer is because it built on someone else's finished work. Modding can be impressive, but it doesn't advance the genre. It doesn't solve design limitations. It can't fundamentally change AI architecture. Salute to me for having that idea for the AI. It relies on nostalgia, not innovation. Reskins and tweaks are in a roadmap for the future. It's like that was a whole the whole Fight Night Forever and Revival is just doing something to hopefully they could ignite EA to make a boxing game or make Undisputed feel some type of way. Undisputed, the developers, they definitely don't care. And I'm pretty sure Ash really don't care either. They don't care. But doesn't it prove fans want boxing games? That does prove that fans want boxing games. You know what proves that fans want boxing game? Love C Shorty. Shout out to Love C Shorty. Love C Shorty playing boxing. He making a boxing game. You got Leafy. He's a young developer in the making. Who else you got? You got the overhand team. They're trying to make something realistic. All of them making realistic. They could have made an arcade game, but they trying to make realistic games. Claim Uncut. Shout out to Claim Uncut. But it shows that fans want a realistic boxing game. You always got these people, these fans, that they always try to say, nah, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. How you know what's going to work when you never had a realistic boxing game? Never. And stop letting casual fans dictate what realism should look like. Realism is too slow. No, you know why realism is too slow? Because that's how you're playing. Realism is too slow. But y'all saw Devin Haney. Y'all say he was running around the ring. Was he running slow or fast? He was moving. But it's not slow. It's just that y'all want every fight to be in the middle of the ring. Sometimes you're going to have to move forward. Sometimes you're going to have to cut off the ring. Sometimes you're going to have to use angles. Y'all think it's y'all want everything to come, it got to be in the middle of the ring. Ask for a bare knuckle game and leave boxing alone. Let the boxing fans have a boxing game. If you're super casual like that and you want boxing not to be boxing, yo, go pick something else. Some of y'all is like pretending that you're hardcore fans and y'all not. You can tell. I've been seeing it lately. I've been seeing a lot of people, they are not boxing fans. I don't care. Musk can get mad at me all they want. Get mad. I game you watch. Been boxing for a couple of months. Now he talking like he's a genius. I'm a box, man. You can't train nobody. I have. I know what boxing is. Y'all be arguing with people about the stupidest things. Just because you go to school in the kindergarten don't mean that you have a college education. Yo, I'm up there in the college education. I might not graduate it, but I had the college education. It's weird. I be hearing people like they trying to make it sound better when they do their videos and stuff. Yeah, I did this and I did that. Now I can talk about it. Nah, man. No, you can't. Because you know why I say y'all can't talk about it? Because y'all try to shut people like me up. No, let me talk. You shouldn't be telling us what boxing is. I'm a gamer and a boxer. You're not really a gamer because you don't accept anything. Y'all sound weird, man. Y'all are weird. Let me see what y'all saying here. Yeah, people, they need to step back and stay in their lane because they always be trying to dictate stuff. Just because you take a boxing class, trust me, doesn't mean that you're an expert in boxing. Me, I still respect people that been in the game more than me. I know how to humble myself. A lot of y'all don't. It was time. I'm older than Shannon Briggs. It was time that we was sparring and stuff. He be talking to me like he my older brother. Because Shannon had the more experience. Even though I was boxing before Shannon, Shannon had a better things around him. He had better boxing coach around him. And it was easy for Shannon because his athleticism, his height and everything helped him excel. Me, I was a short heavyweight. 5'11". To me, that's short. Because everybody I fought, they was 6'2", 6'3". Every once in a blue moon, you'll get somebody my height. So I know what I'm talking about. So I'm be seeing people arguing about the stupidest things. And they want us to be quiet. Come on, man, you're taking this too serious. Yo, when money is involved, it's not like we playing tic-tac-toe, and people play tic-tac-toe for money too. But it's not like we're playing a game and no money's involved. Money is involved. So you keep saying it's just a game. That's like you going to gamble and you lose all your money, and somebody walk up to you and say, yo, man, you shouldn't be mad, man. It's just a game. Y'all gotta make sense out of stuff y'all say. It's like y'all so in tune to defend. I think I used the wrong word, but y'all trying to defend these companies. Y'all not helping them. Because the more we stick together, it goes above the company. It makes the investors, the publishers, and the shareholders see that we are not playing. And they say, hey, we need that money. We got to listen to them. But everybody, oh, you should be quiet. You should accept the game the way it is. We're going to get in trouble. Y'all crazy, man. I'm joking, but y'all crazy. Let me see. But does it prove fans want games? Yes, but that was never in question. The problem is when mods are used as a weapon. I'm reading from the Fight Night Forever. I had a question set up. I should have just kept going through it. But matter of fact, I'm gonna read it again so y'all don't feel like y'all losing out on what's going on. All right. Why don't you support Fight Night Forever? And my answer is because it's built on someone else's finished work. Mine can be impressive, but it doesn't advance the genre. It doesn't solve design limitation. It can't fundamentally change AI architecture. All they could do is work off the AI, the little sliders that they got. And that's not the full sliders list. I got it. If y'all want to peek at it, let ask Poe, but I got it. It relies on nostalgia, not innovation. Reskins and tweaks aren't a roadmap for the future. All right. So the question, does it prove fans want boxing games? The answer is yes, but that was never in question. The problem is when mods are used as a weapon to dismiss real development. Look, fans are happy with this. Why build something new? Why invest in deeper systems? The mindset stalls progress. I know a lot of people are like, oh, come on, Poe, man, you always gotta mess up things. I'm being fact. Hey, you ain't gotta listen to me, but I'm just proving. I'm saying stuff that I did some research on. The bigger issue, dismissing feedback. My talking point. The boxing game genre is too small to ignore its core audience. It's not. It's not small. That's what the developers love saying. Boxing is a niche. It's small. We can't make nothing with that. It's not. The genre is not small at all. Look how many boxing games we had. Is that really niche? Is that really a small genre? Yo, they've been playing mind games with y'all and y'all accepting it. What happens when feedback is dismissed long term? You lose the people who care the most. Casual come and go. The hardcore fans build communities. We build communities. The people be like, Poe, you're not a hardcore fan. What do you describe as hardcore fan? What do you call a hardcore fan? Because I'm not playing the game on hardcore or letting it be a challenge and playing online no matter what. No, I'm not doing that. This game has to work for everybody. It has to work for everybody. Hardcore fan builds communities. They create longevity. Ignoring them doesn't grow the genre. It shrinks it. So what should developers actually listen to? And my answer is patterns, not noise. Because that's what a lot of the casual fans, they try to speak louder than the hardcore fans. And then they try to say, oh, the hardcore fans, it's not really a hardcore fan base. Stop, man. Stop with the nonsense. Stop. That's why everybody's scared of a survey. They're scared to death. They're like, why is he talking about a survey? He's going to make us do what we don't want to do. Survey, survey, survey. I'm doing it like Candyman. Is thousands of fans repeat AI feels dumb, boxers feel the same, career mode lacks depth? That's not complaining. That's data. I love collecting data, and not in a bad way. I love collecting data. Been doing this for decades. Some of y'all probably wasn't even born. Or if y'all was born, y'all probably couldn't read a book yet. All right. Fans don't always agree, but disagreement doesn't mean ignorance. Boxing fans exist today because fans kept asking for more realism, more depth, more respect for the sport. If developers stop listening, or worse, dismiss feedback as entitlement, the genre doesn't evolve. It stagnates. Let me see. Gotta make sure. We ain't got no movement going on here. All right, let me see. And the real question isn't whether fans know what they want. The real question is whether studios are willing to build it. And that's it's like Still City. They keep putting out there that fans don't know what they want. Even the content creators, and it's like they've been feed because everything I hear when content creators say they haven't been briefed or nobody talked to them, they keep saying the same lines that I heard that I heard EA tell us. So when they say certain things like, no, nobody told us to say that and stuff, you're repeating the exact same thing. It's like a blueprint. Like, hey, we need you to try to calm that person down, and we need you to rattle his cage a little bit. We need you to do. I know the blueprint. I know it. I know it by heart. It's like people want you to be done while they playing dumb. Nah, son. Let me see what I got here. Trying to get some people in here. Yeah. Oh, I know what I wanted to show y'all. Give me a second. Quick second. Um, this funny. It's funny to me. I was going. I might show y'all both of them. And shout out to Smart. I don't know if I want to show his first or mine. But give me a second. Shout out to Smart. Oh yeah, shout out to Don D. 205. You can find them on Twitch and Kick. Give me a second. Yes, yes. No. Okay, I made us some meat sauce. You still got the pasta there, right? You took the chicken. No, it's one box still left. Oh, you did cook one box? Yeah. What you used it for? I ate some of it. You can eat whatever you want. Okay, you yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, so you can eat whatever you want. Just make us some. Just start making us some because I got the meat sauce to go with it. Yeah, okay. All right, I'll be different. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. Family matters. I invited y'all in on it. But check this out. Check out this video. I'm going to step away from the computer for a few minutes. But I'm going to leave this up here for y'all to check out while I got to do something right quick for my mother. As like, I ain't taking the heat. Will getting out of there and trying to let Ash take all the heat. Y'all see it? Let me see what y'all said. Y'all see it? Ash leaving. It's like, nah, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Let me see who came up in. Lamont Davis in the house. Salute. You see that? Ash trying to get up out of there. He trying to get up out of there because Will don't tore everything up. Now I got something better. It's even funnier. Check this out. Listen. This guy named Smog, he sent it to me. Give me a second. You should know him from the Discord. Smog from the Discord. Now, this is not my stuff. It will try to come at me. It's not my stuff. The heck? What did I do? Give me a second. You see it? You see it? Let me see. I gotta make it. Yo, why jump off? Yes. Let me see. Yeah, because AJ, where you at, my brother? Leafy, he doing school stuff. He trying to do his game and school stuff at the same time. This is one of them days I'm like, should I be doing the show today? Let me see. Um, yeah, give me a second. Yeah, but my thing is when companies keep saying that it's the whole premise of this the beginning of the show. When companies say we don't know what we want, that's not true at all. Because guys like me, I got thousands of ideas. And any other time, a company would have snatched somebody like me up. Not saying Steel City should snatch me up because I don't like their foundation and what they're trying to do. But I'm saying a company, they will like the hardcore fans. Those the people that you usually grab. Shout out to Dazar. If y'all know, y'all know. Dazar, he's part of the 2K family, and he ended up actually being a developer for 2K. Shout out for EA that be pulling in the football players. We'll know about stuff like that. The when they had the football, fans coming in the studio and stuff like that. Will started the game changes. A lot of people don't know that was Will out there. I know I've repeated it before, but I want new fans to know that Will started the Game Changers program. I didn't want to be a part of it, and the reason why, and I'm gonna say it again, I don't want to be under anybody umbrella, and I have to lie to the community, or lie to myself. So I couldn't do that. Even when I was helping the year, I still was doing my thing, doing my own thing. A lot of people like, you can still do the average thing that the people in the community does. I said, why not? I'm just I'm always a fan. I just happen to be a monitor, a moderator, making sure y'all do the right thing. But I still can have my ideas and, say certain things. They thought they was gonna limit me. Nah, that won't gonna happen. Let me see. Free, what's up, Poe? So Lamont, what's going on with you? Kanisi, what you mean by free? My thing, oh, I don't know if you talking about what I'm saying. But these are ideas that people throw around that, I always find them interesting. They said game companies, you can't do it with every. They said game companies should give fans the game for free and just charge them for cosmetics. Don't you know a lot of companies will actually die? You can't use the same model for every game. A boxing game doesn't lend well for that. For one, if you're a new company, you cannot afford the boxes. So that's when I know a lot of people hate hearing it. That's where DLC came from. DLC. That's the only way you're gonna get boxes in the game. Steel City is not $1 billion company. Even EA, as $1 billion company, knew that it would have cost too much if the game wasn't selling like that. So fans gotta think sometimes. If the game was selling, then hey, the game you selling like 2 or 3 billion a year. Yo, we should have free boxes. You might be able to say it then, but no, the business model always gonna be that they gotta make it so like investors and stuff, they got investors. So investors want to see their stock go up high. They want to see that they're actually making money off of you. EA don't want to really they don't want to put their money in. And that's the worst thing even with Ash. Ash didn't want shareholders and all that. He got tricked into something that he didn't want. He constantly said it. But he bit the bullet and took it. He took it. He just let him come in and literally just take what his idea, what he wanted. Because any of these publishers, shareholders, or whatever, they could have invested in other games. They could have made their own game. But their thing was, hey, let's piggyback off what he did. And let's make it ours. They're making the decisions. Ash didn't want that. Ash acting like he's making decisions. As just a person that lives in a house that a higher power owns. The studio, he named it and everything. And it doesn't really belong to him. So fans got to really look at stuff like that. We got to go above what Ash. Stop. Hey, I'm not attacking Ash like that. Because everybody keeps saying, hey, man, it's his business. No, it's not his business anymore. We got to stop. All right, we attack Ash. Just say we attack Ash. He's just the person who made the company. But the people inside the company that he trusts, they're the ones that's making the game. The investors. They're the ones that have an opinion. They veto and they vote and stuff. But the fans can change all of that. And y'all always think he think he know everything. I do know what I'm talking about. Because this was told to me by a developer, a veteran developer. Fans can outvote, like even if they veto something and the fans say we don't want it as one unit, one voice, they're gonna change it. Anything we want can be put in the game and we come together. We fill out these surveys and stuff. No, don't wait for it to get sponsored by somebody. I would love for Steel City to sponsor my survey. I would love for EA to sponsor my survey. I would love for PlayStation to sponsor my survey because y'all will be getting data. It's nothing like having data instead of just guessing. If you don't have nothing to back up what you're saying, it doesn't exist. It's not true. Nobody want a real, they say nobody wants a real boxing game. Where's the data? Where's the data? Fans are just repeating what developers tell them. What they don't want to do. We got to hold these developers accountable. Very powerful. Especially as a content creator and stuff. If all the content creators get on the same page and say something or, back up something that I'm saying, at least, hey, I know y'all don't want to challenge Steel City because y'all say, hey, that's going to be money for us in the future. Or challenge EA or something like that. Why don't you just ask for the survey? So I'm starting to think some of these content creators, they're scared of the survey. They don't want a realistic boxing game. And in their mind, because and I have to say it, in your mind, boxing is too slow. No, it's not. Real boxing not gonna be fun to you because you're not experiencing it. You're not making the game how you. Hey, you and somebody say you find somebody that's a knockout artist, and you're not. You got a little bit of power. Y'all playing the game, and you slip in his shot. You slip in that shot. Then you hit him with a combination. Boom, 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 boom. You keep catching him with combinations. That's not fun. Y'all think everything's supposed to be a knockout. Knockout by the head. And I be listening to y'all. Like, oh man. He holds his that guard. No, man, it's annoying. And then my thing is automatically, nobody ain't gotta tell me that person not throwing a body shot. And come to find out, they're not throwing body shots. They're not doing things. They want everything to be a headshot knockout. They don't want a body shot knockout. And sometimes you can fake the Joker to the head, hit him to the body, then throw him hit him to the face. But I know the mechanics is not the same. But y'all not speaking on it. Y'all speaking on the wrong things. Y'all speaking on the wrong things. Y'all don't really know boxing like y'all should know. My thing is, look at a boxing match, then look at what Steel City giving us. Then don't say to yourself, oh, they can't put that in the game. That's impossible. Really? Who told you that? Where they get the data from? Where did they get the information that certain things can't be added in a game in this day and age? A lot of y'all gonna be like, I'm telling you, it can't be put in the game, man. They told us, man. Stop, man. It can be put in the game. And like I keep telling y'all, I can prove that these things can be put in the game. And you know what's gonna happen? By me proving it, y'all still gonna say something. Say something negative. My thing is I'm trying to get everybody the best game possible, not an arcade or a hybrid game that they gotta force themselves to play. You know, a lot of y'all just gotta like, hey, all right, Paul, we see what you're saying. We back you. And I'm not asking for a lot. Share my videos, share the blog, ask for a survey. If anything, don't do none of that other stuff. Just ask for a survey. Hashtag, hey, we want a survey. Ask for a survey. That survey will be given to every company. I know a lot of y'all like, man, how are you gonna give it to every company? Trust me, every company will know about that survey. But a lot of y'all are scared. It's not gonna work, man. We've been trying. What y'all been trying? What with surveys? What survey did EA give us? I used to always ask EA for surveys. I used to go on my own and give polls like 2 times a week. I give polls and stuff like that. The developers used to like when I used to do the surveys. When I used to do the polls and stuff like that. Or surveys. I'd make up my own survey. He's like, yo, give me the data. He said, I can't guarantee you anything, but give me the data. Brizzle. He said, give me the data. Whatever you get, give me the data. It's like make sure you have a lot of people to back up what you're doing. That's what I be telling people. When one or two people say something, it doesn't carry the same weight as hundreds of people saying it. That's why I be trying to get people on board. Everybody want to go here, there, and everywhere. Give me a second. Yes. All right. All right. Give me a second. But sorry about that. Let me see. They forgot the true art of boxing. That's what Lamont Davis said. Or they don't understand the art of boxing. I think it's more they don't understand the art of boxing. They really don't care. It's like they really don't care at this point. Everything they doing show that they don't care about the community. They don't even talk to the community. Even the developers there, they, when they're in the Discord, they babysitting. They don't care. They really don't care what fans saying or what they're doing. It's like, yo, they getting a free check. I hate saying it, but they getting a free check, doing nothing really. They're doing nothing. Robbing Ash, and what's the funniest thing about they robbing Ash with a smile on his face. He's smiling while they robbing him. I'm like, yo, can you be that naive that you don't see what's going on with your company? Somebody told me that I still think that it's probably the ESBC version that everybody has. Say that's how much he don't play, but somebody told me Ash been playing the game. They told me they played Ash before. So I don't know. A lot of this stuff could be rumors and stuff. My thing is when are they gonna really act like, because this what the excuse that everybody's saying. Nah, give them time. They just came back off of vacation. Let them acclimate into the back to work. I never heard no crap like that. That sound like a super excuse. You said let them acclimate back into working. That sound weird to me. You acting like it's hot water and you trying to get in there. They know this. They went to school for this. So when they came back, what are they acclimating to? What are they getting, setting themselves up for? That makes no sense. I'm like, y'all, it's like y'all like have to defend these developers at all times, at all costs. And Jay, I hope Jay is listening. I want to talk to Jay. Is Jay, was he serious? Because that's one thing about me. I hate giving out false information because you can't give out false information, especially if you trust the source. So let me know, Jay, if that's really facts or you just being sarcastic. Um, yeah, I can do that. Oh yeah, I was a content creator for Undisputed. That was short lived. That was short lived. It was like EA. I think I broke the record with Steel City faster than I broke it with EA. Oh yeah. Let me go back to why I don't like Undisputed. I mean not Undisputed. Why I don't like Fight Night Champion. A lot of people ask me this. They're like, I supposed to like it because it's a boxing game. There's so many things wrong with that game. People are like nobody was complaining about that game. There's so much wrong with the game. Yeah, it's a more complete game. You throw punches. They're the physics based. They're bouncing off the gloves and stuff like that. Yeah, but it still look arcadey. It still has an arcade feel to it. It still feels slow and clunky. There's not that many boxing styles like people keep saying. Oh, the styles feel different. It feel like that feel like Shakur Stevens. Stop playing, man. Y'all play too much. Y'all really play too much. Talking about it felt like Shakur Stevens was fighting. Where's his style? Where does this style exist in Fight Night Champion? Y'all been saying certain people, oh, that felt like Tank Davis. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. His style not even in the game, so I didn't feel like Tank Davis. It felt like Moses. Y'all be saying all these different guys. It felt like, but it didn't feel like that boxer. You tricking your mind to think that what the person you're using is actually fighting like himself. You might do little things that might make him almost feel like himself, but he's not. Yo, people straight simping over that mod. Exactly. They really are. Extremely. And I had some people say, hey, it's content. Yo, man, it's content. Why don't y'all boost up the other guys that actually made a video game from scratch? If what's call them if the Fight Night Forever devs, I mean, if you want to call them devs, mods, if they really was about that life or really know what they were doing, make your own game. I told, why don't they team up with guys like Leafy? Why don't they team up with guys like Love C Shorty? Why don't they team up with Earthbound, Claimer and Cunt? All these guys they could team up with but what they want to do is work off another game that already exists. And if you really know about the game, nothing really changed. It's like y'all tricking y'all mind. And it's crazy how people like really trick their mind to believe that game is great. Undisputed and that game, they're trash. Them guys don't seem like they'd play well together. Them guys don't seem like I was thinking that too, but never know. At least did they ask? That's what I was asking Leafy. I was like, Leafy, did they even actually say they gave him a hard time? The Fight Night Forever guys, because I'm trying to team Leafy up with somebody. A lot of these guys making mods and stuff like that, they need to come together. Sometimes you gotta let down. You gotta stop with divided y'all and work on what could divide. I mean, that what could bring y'all together. Y'all can make a better product. Yeah, so people they need to do things like that to help move the boxing genre. I don't know why it sound like I'm saying that wrong, and I'm just running with it. That word is weird to me. It's like I could pronounce a bigger word better than some of these crazy words that they just, it's like they throw together and say that's what it says. Um, yeah, it just makes no sense that that fans are not. Hold up, this what I meant to ask you. Even though you filled out the survey and stuff like that, don't you think it makes sense for a company to have surveys or make a survey that they could grab data from? Because to me, a company should be grabbing data left and right. They should be data mining the community. The game is 15 years old and the mechanics still hold up. I don't get what people want from the games. It's still way better than Undisputed. That's the point. It's finished. It's a finished game. Fight Night Champion is a finished game. Technically, it's not finished game if you know what I know, but it's a finished game. But it just holds up because it kept the mechanics it had. I'm not saying that Undisputed is better than Fight Night Champion. To me, they both trash. They're arcade. And me, I don't like arcade games. You know, no disrespect to those who like it, but it's an arcade game. The developers said it. Everybody argue with me all the time. I'm like, you gonna tell somebody that made the game that it's not arcade? They literally said the game is arcade. Yeah, I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing with you. It's finished. Yeah, it's a finished game. It's a better finished game, but not to me. They both, they both kind of trash to me. One is less trash than the other. Because I don't like arcade games. Sorry, if it bothers people, but I don't like arcade games. I don't like hybrid games. I don't see a reason for a company to rely on a survey honestly. There's not a bigger incentive than other methods to achieve what a survey would be meant to achieve. No, but a survey, you could grab data and they can't say that, well, the fan, because they keep saying the hardcore fans and the casual fans, the casual fans outnumber the hardcore fans. Let us see that. Who want a realistic boxing game? Let us see that. Give us that data. They can do it. And when I post that idea on LinkedIn, a lot of companies say, yeah, a lot of companies should go back to the data system. So companies don't have to think for us. Because if they think for us, they're going to pick who they want to pick. Now, when you got the data, you can't go back on what's actually there. But who's going to lie on it? It's a survey. If it's now, they can't lie on the survey. If let's say, like, if Steel City put it out, I'm thinking that like probably 5,000 or more would take the survey. I can't see them changing the numbers up from 5,000 because we're going to see the data after everything is said and done. The community sees the data. The company supposed to present the data that the survey produced. Steel City, their thing is, if they can't listen to everybody, if they have the survey, you feel like, what do you think is more important? That data right there, it shows what fans want. And I know a lot of people like, well, Suppose people like 5 people take the survey back to back to back. No, you when you do set up surveys, it tell you you could put the lock on so they can't take the survey again. IP, you still they still can't take it. That's how they got surveys set up, especially with companies like Steel City and EA. They have the security system set up for surveys. So I think it's better. A survey is better than them trying to gather data on a forum or a Discord because it's gonna always get buried or they're gonna pick and choose. No, we don't want you to pick and choose. Let the data tell us what people want. Because if we all say one thing, and when you look at the chart, let me see, companies that prioritize data monitor activity. They don't usually ask for opinions. They they watch what you actually do. Some, because a lot they was telling me that some of them do. Because one of the guys said, he said, "Yo, that's kind of old school." Because companies scared to do that. Because they say if companies do that, it holds them accountable. This is what an industry veteran said. It will hold companies accountable because the data right there, data don't lie. Companies do. Nah, Steel City, they ask for opinions, and then in the Discord and places like that, what they do is they skip over. No matter if 10 of us said it in the Discord, they act like they didn't say it. I mean, see it. If there was 50 of us said the same thing in the Discord, they're gonna act like they didn't see it. They're gonna pick what's comfortable to them, what is easier for them, what they think everybody will like. And when they say everybody, it's always the casual fans. It's not everybody. People are saying Fight Night Champion is more sim than Undisputed. There's not saying it's a complete sim. Hmm. You said people are saying Fight Night Champion is more sim than Undisputed. They're not saying it's a complete sim. I can't agree with that. I can't agree with Fight Night Champion. It's not sim. Some people could play it sim like, but out the by default, it's not sim. People play it sim, but it's not more sim than the punches exaggerated, the hits are exaggerated. That's not sim. No matter how you try to I'm not saying you, but no matter how people try to change it, the reactions and all the extra stuff, that's arcade. SCI definitely asks for opinions, but there's literally only to give people the impression they have control. Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying that when they post did that. I was like, all y'all doing, because I know the PR stuff. I've been through it. I know the PR stuff. And then, what make it so bad? I knew the PR stuff and I used to call EA on it. And they're like, hold up, man, you supposed to be on the team. How you gonna call us on something that you're on the team? Because I wanted the realistic boxing game over anything. They don't care about the results. Most companies that take surveys are checking for how people react to the decisions they already made. That too, I seen that happen too. Because I did one survey and they said, we're going to take your survey with all the answers that we got and what you got, and then we're going to see what adds up to what we already have in place. But nobody hold the company accountable. But like I keep saying, people gotta hold the company accountable. They will have to read that information. This they don't want to make the shareholders and the publishers angry. They will have to. If fans hold the company accountable, they will have to listen to what the company, what the fans said. Let us see the data, and that's what we want. Because that's one thing AI can't do. They're not going to give you all the answers that everybody said. They change the answers for me. Series, change the answers for me and stuff like that. It's not going to change the answer. Yeah, but what I was saying though, but when the way I look at surveys is the way some of the developers look at it. Like Brizzle, them they used to like, yo, that's good stuff. But I can't promise you anything because we have people above us. He said they used to like when I used to do stuff like that. But we keep dismissing stuff. We gotta be like, let's see will it work? Instead of saying it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. We gotta see if it's gonna work. We gotta come together and be like, all right, it's not gonna work, but okay, I'm gonna just do the survey. The idea that a survey will create company accountability is kind of an illusion. They can't interpret the results however they want. Yeah, but then that's when we come in and say, hey, we didn't say that. And we got to keep them accountable because we know these things. I know these things. I know all of that. I heard the whole speech. And you know who always gave me that speech? The community. You know who didn't give me that speech? The developers. The developers never gave me that speech. It's the community. They gave up. The community gave up. The developers used to even say that, hey man, why y'all not sticking together? Developers saying that. Why aren't we sticking together and saying it as one voice? The community accept things too much. They give up too easy. E-Boxing Champ said, it's not just games that are like this, it's politics. Yeah, but I'm sticking to games. I'm sticking to games. I know all that, but I'm sticking to games. Literally matter of life and death. Economies rise and fall through the deception, interpretations of opinions. Yeah, but we can't depend on Steel City making decisions for us. They're not boxing fans at all. When I say not at all, when you level it out and make percentages and all that, it's so low that the boxing fandom in the studio that it don't even matter. It's like they're not hiring to give us the game we want. They're giving us the game that they want, what we should accept. And a lot of us accepting it. I can't. I can't. I've been doing this campaign nonstop. That's how I met Ash. Ash said, hey, I heard about you. I read your stuff. Brian Mazik, he recommended me to you. I said, yeah, I was watching you. I wanted to see when y'all was gonna really pop out and make noise. I saw that, I was, how passionate I was. He's seeing a lot of my polls that I made. Facebook, I be making polls. Twitter, I be making polls all the time. I even made a couple of surveys. I still got my old surveys that I gave EA. They loved them. But then they was like, hey, let me see what you're saying. I agree. We can't trust SCI to make the right moves for us. A survey on its own wouldn't make much of a difference, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, but we gotta try. We gotta try. Let's just tell them, hey, give us a survey and see what happens from there. We might be pleasantly surprised. We might be surprised. But you could use the data from the surveys to do something more profound, I'm sure. They can, but we as the community, we got to be like, we want the data after the survey is done. And they have to give it to us. They have to. I used to show fans that I did the surveys for EA. I used to show fans, hey, this is how y'all vote. Everybody voted together. I'm about to give it to the developers. Boom. Give it to the developers. Even though they were monitoring it with me. They were monitoring the results. And a lot of things that was in the game, it's kind of was the fans. They gave them they probably out of 100 ideas or whatever, they gave us probably about 5 things off the survey. But they said if fans make more noise, they would have been able to do more things. More profound, I'm sure. Nope, I don't either. I refuse to accept this unfinished product. Exactly. Exactly. We 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 accept too much. My thing is how you accept something when you pay for it, then people want you to be quiet. You literally paid for a product that you didn't receive. You got a right to keep moaning and crying or whatever you want to do, be angry. You spend money. It ain't even nothing about with the economy or any other thing like that, but you're giving up free money. That's the problem. That's the problem. You giving up something. Give me a second. I forgot I'm cooking. Oh my goodness. I'm back. Forgot my sister was here. So she did. All right. That's the part, Poe. That's what Lamont Davis said. SCI already showed us they got integrity issues. A developer would need to start with a consistent philosophy to create a realistic sim experience and actually follow through. Yep. I don't think they're gonna ever make a as far as Steel City, I don't think they're gonna make a realistic boxing game because their thing is they it's like they taking things out to move toward that hybrid or arcade feel. And my thing is these developers are stupid. I mean, not the developers. These the publisher and the investors are stupid because they're still stuck on that logic of 15 to 20 years ago. Nobody want 15 to 20 years ago. They want innovation now. Let me see. E-boxing championship, but they all think like JMMA. Sim don't sell. No point in trying. Just do what all the other failures did and market it harder. Yeah. And that's crazy because they thinking like that. Because my thing is, when are they gonna bring actual boxing fans in there? You know, that casual stuff don't kick you because a boxing fan would not break down and say, well, just give up. I never gave up. Like, because you never was a fan. Because when you give in like that, say, hey, how you gonna say that? Then what bugs me out when people keep saying Sim does not sell. It does sell. When you say because NBA 2K is trying to be realistic. FIFA is trying to be realistic. Undisputed is not trying to be realistic. They escape from that word realistic. They don't want to be attached to that. They say we'll say authenticity because long as they got things that look like boxing in there, it's authentic to boxing. But people they keep accepting things. We gotta stop accepting. We really do. We really have to stop accepting things. Y'all can say, hey, you crying, you just crying over money and stuff. You're crying. Man, if you're not a boxing fan, well, that's on you. I am. I want to have a gaming experience that I like. It's okay for you to have your options. The people that don't like the video games that I want, it's fine. But don't try to shut down for a person like me that want more. I want more out of a game. It's like y'all scared to challenge companies. Y'all scared to challenge or say anything. But y'all open your mouth to attack people like me. Like y'all getting rewarded for it. Some of y'all might be. Let me see. What's his name? He's doing a backwards engineering of the fight. I mean, the Undisputed series, and he said the more he digs into that code, the more he sees broken. And he said it's a lot of things missing out of the fighter style. He see more coding for guys like Emmanuel Augustus. I think he said Roy Jones, and he was saying somebody else. It's more coding that they didn't add for the character to make it stand out more, to make the character better. He says a lot of coding that's missing. Let me see what's his name. If I don't like talk to you a lot, I'm not gonna really pay attention to your name. Let me see. Give me a second. Let's see. Because I'm trying to get him on there. He says English is not that well. And I was like, man, you sure read a lot of English text and it's no mess ups in it. It's like no grammatical errors or anything. So I'm like, yo, you sure type good. Maybe you should do a what's called text to speech. That would make sense. Let me see. Give me a second. His name is. Cause I tried to invite him and another guy. Very seem like they're very intelligent. Oh, OBSI and who of Swifty Swift? No, OBSI. And I'm trying to get Home Team 2075 on here. But check this guy out on Undisputed Discord. He's trying to reverse engineer the game. Yeah, so if he reverse engineer the game and make it better than what we got, that right there gonna show EA. I mean, Still City that they playing with us. Yeah, they playing with our. They wasting our time too. Yeah. Let me see. Got 44 people up in here. Hit the like button. Hit the share. I mean, share it. Excuse me. And make a comment. Even though y'all talking in the chat, that's a comment. Yeah. Yeah. So you think you still don't think if we like, hey, all right, we're gonna get everybody to share the survey, and we see the data, and the data's kind of see what everybody been saying, like literally the hardcore fans and stuff like that, they outnumber it, and stuff like that. Do you think Still City going to still find a way to back out of that? Because if we see data, we could hold them accountable. Because why did you take the data? It's something about, I forget what they say, when you take data from people and basically like you're promising them something and then you're not giving it to them. I think that could be a big thing. Like we holding them accountable. Let me see. And my thing was, let me see. Give it a second. Let me see. All right, here go a question. Are fans actually asking for realism or just difficulty? They're asking for believability. Realism doesn't mean slower or harder. It means mistakes have consequences. Fighters fatigues differently. Defense matters. Positioning matters. A fight can be accessible and believable. Why does every boxing game eventually turn into spam? Because stamina systems are usually cosmetic. If punches cost the same energy regardless, hold on. If punches cost the same energy regardless of balance, range, timing, damage taken, then spamming becomes optimal. That's a design issue, not a player issue. I've been saying that. What does AI feel? I mean, why does AI feel fake even on higher difficulties? Because difficulty usually means more health, faster reactions, better account, better accuracy. instead of smarter choices, better recognition, risk assessment. Real boxing IQ isn't about speed, it's about decision making. Like when they be saying difficulty, I was like, the way they making difficulty, it doesn't seem realistic. More health, faster reactions, better accuracy. That's not a higher difficulty. That means that shows that you didn't really use the AI to make things smarter choices, better recognition, better risk assessments, better adaptability. What would good AI actually look like? AI that remembers what hurt it, adjusts its guard, changes tempo, baits the player, protects damage zones. That's not futuristic, it's design prioritization. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Let me see. Let me see. We seen them do it consistently. Not every game devolves into spam. I don't care who you are. You can't beat me in Fight Night Round 4 with spam. There's too much death, too much options. It's harder to learn, though, than most other boxing games, though. Much harder. I don't know. That champ, you give me a hard time. Give me, let me see. Fighter identity. Why do so many fighters feel the same? Because stats alone don't create identity. I've been saying that. Two boxers can have identical stats, but different tendencies. Boxing, we're talking boxing now. This is the thing that it annoys me. That's why I be saying about if I speak from a boxing mind, a lot of people are going to get frustrated and angry. Why do so many boxers feel the same? Stats alone don't create identity. I've been telling y'all that, but y'all argue with me. Why are y'all arguing with me? Some of y'all never boxed. And I'm not saying it in a disrespectful way, but wouldn't a person that actually did something have a little edge over you, if not a lot? It says stats alone don't create identity. Two boxers can have identical stats. Both boxers could be 88. But when you look at everything else, something might be higher than you are in your bracket. That's why I be getting mad. Hey, why is he at 87? Do your research. All right, two boxers have identical. Two boxers can have identical stats, but different tendencies, different risk tolerance, different stamina recovery, different punch selection logic. Without behavioral layers, everyone becomes a reskin. And I'm going to show you what a lot of people are going to dislike. If a company was to say they were going to do this, they would they would get angry because they don't understand it. Different risk tolerance. They're not going to like that. Different risk tolerance. No, we should both have the same risk tolerance. different stamina recovery, but in fighting games, there are fighters in the fighting game that might recover faster than you do. So it's like, why, when it comes to boxing, everything has to change? Isn't licensing the most important thing? No, authenticity is. A licensed boxer that doesn't fight like themselves is just a costume. Fans recognize movement and behavior before they recognize tattoos. Facts. I say that a lot. Fans recognize movement and behavior before they recognize tattoos. Cosmetics. A game would sell if it didn't have real boxers. It would do great if it had great mechanics. I know a lot of y'all say, nah, man, if it ain't got Tank Davis, if it ain't got, the game not gonna sell. Stop with the nonsense. If EA came out today and say they were making a boxing game and say, well, we're not gonna have real boxers in the game. We might add them. We might add them later on, but we're not gonna have real boxers. The game will sell like hotcakes. The game will sell like hotcakes. Steel City would have still sold if they actually had the mechanics they had in the ESBC and they didn't have real boxers. It still would have sold well, very well. It's a boxing game, and people would have been hoping that by them getting that game, that the developers would have eventually added boxers with names to the game, which would have been a greater idea. I know from my experience that you make a boxing game, and if it's great, the boxers would beg to be in it. There are boxing games that I know of that I'm not going to say, that people beg to be in it and say they don't want to get paid. They just want to be in the game. But I'm not going to say, because I talk to the people, the boxers. So I'm not going to. Give me a second. Wife calling me now. Yes. What? What'd you say? You said, what is oxygen? Man, apologize about that. Dad, go on. My wife be make you think something about the like something really happened. Like, yo, I'm like had me nervous because I got a family member. He's like on life support. I thought that's what she was talking about, but she wasn't. Let me see. See what y'all talking about before I start reading again. What's up, Plo? I don't understand the logic of not wanting to make the most realistic boxing game possible. It's too many people going against it. That's the thing that be getting me. Why did they like, hey, all right, we give in, we gonna go with y'all. But they're thinking, hey, they're not gonna do it. It won't sell. What data do you have? Even if they try, they will always have to improve it because so much is involved in the sport. No, I'm serious about spam and fighting around four. I literally can't be beat. Yeah, I noticed you were serious about that, but I ignored it. Another human being, least of all with spam. True pro casuals usually respond to aesthetics. Fans respond to realism and authenticity. Plo, facts. If they strive for realism, it gives them a, a what the going on? Gives them a constant goal to constantly improve upon. But it also guarantees that they have to improve. Yeah. See, I agree with that 100%. But my thing is, as a company, you want to improve. They only got one game. We didn't talk about that. Still City only has one game. It's they only have one game in the company. So why can't you fix that one game? Why can't you make that the best one game you ever had? Now I'm gonna use an old school game, even though it was arcade, it still had boxing things in it that caught my attention. Victorious Boxing. It was their first game. Their first game. But look what they did. They made a complete game that they could build off of. Steel City, they made a broken game. They trying to build off of the broken game. How you go from a broken game to a part two? People accepting that. Let me see. E-boxing champions a Plo facts. If they strive for realism, it gives them a constant goal to constantly improve upon. But it also guarantees that they have to improve. Doesn't work if the company decides they want to do as little as possible. The philosophies never intersect. It's like two parallels. I think with Ash, once he started inviting people, I'm gonna use this. Ash started inviting people into his business. That's where he messed up. Now he gotta go by what they want. His ideas don't mean anything anymore. It's what the publishers, investors, and the stakeholders want. And I'm still gonna blame Will because he's the director. Look at what director means. He's the director of authenticity. So he definitely get blamed for it. Because he carries more weight because he's like literally the babysitter of Still City. Ash is just the owner. Do you blame the owner or the babysitter? Do you if you had somebody in your house who gets in trouble? The babysitter or the owner? Something happened wrong. The babysitter. See you later. Not the owner. It's not his responsibility. I hired you for a job that you supposed to have did efficiently. Plo said, hold on. Plo said, I've been saying that for years now. Make your game realistic with proper mechanics. Allow players to create their own boxers, and the game will make so much more money. Licensing eat up profit margin. It does. I said the same thing. Let the boxers beg to be in the game. If you make a great game, boxers will beg to be in the game. I know. I really know. They will beg to be in the game. They'll be asking you. So that means you basically paying them a little bit of nothing, if at all. Because I know Steel City have boxers that just got in the game for free. There's a lot of boxers in the game for free, but they're gonna probably charge you for the boxer. Let me see. E-boxing champion say, I am. You really gonna say that again, huh? You gonna spam it again, huh? I am the fight night round for GOAT. No dares challenge my stable of pound for pound champions. Yeah, you just gonna keep doing that, huh? I say the owner takes the blame for not having the foresight to hire a good babysitter. Yeah, I take some of that blame then. Yeah, but he trusted Will because he trusted me. Ash really trusted me. So he trusted me when I sent Will, I said, yo, you should hire this guy. He worked at EA. He could give you some insight. I didn't think Will was gonna do no gameplay and stuff like that. Will was a community guy. He was a moderator. He's a community manager, stuff like that. Let me see. I say the owner takes the blame for not having the foresight to hire a good babysitter. Otherwise, he'll keep hiring incompetent babysitter. No, I think with Will, see, Will came in before they start hiring all these extra people, these veterans in the industry. So if they hire somebody else, it's gonna go through them veterans and through the some type of company they got that put the hire for them. But I'm like, who are you hiring? You know, who the heck are you hiring? And this leads off to, let me see. I got something I want to discuss about their hiring. Let me see. I had a whole list of. Let me see. Give me a second, y'all. See, that's me. I be having so many ideas. I be covering up my other ones. It says. I had a post for who Steel City needs to hire. Let me check my blog because it should have it. Do I got it? Wait a second. Yeah, but Steel City, it's a lot of people that they're supposed to be hiring that they really don't have. Let me see. I don't got the list, but I'm gonna try to go off the straight up top of my head. They gotta hire 2 to 3 AI guys. because there's different versions of AI engineers and developers. They gotta hire somebody for the. They gotta hire at least 3 to 4 people for the career mode by itself. You can get more help if you need it, but for the career mode, for the online mode, you need probably about 7 or 8 people for the online mode by itself. Then you start doing the fill-ins. But when I look at the list of people that they got, I was like, they don't really have the right people. Who's doing their hiring? I know everybody that they need on the team. I just don't want to go through a whole list because that's gonna bore y'all more than what I'm doing now. Jay, what's up? Jay popped in the house. Let me see. Play on the publisher sucks, by the way. Yeah, they do. That was a bad decision. I would rather for their fledgling company, Silver Lakes. Is it Silver Lakes? Whatever it was, because they got a fledgling company under them. They were better suited for to be the publisher. But PlayOn said they saw the money. They made sure that they were the head publisher. I had nothing but terrible experience with them with the game. Yeah. E-Boxing Champion said, nah, Paul, you can't take the bullet for Ash. All you did was make a suggestion. It's up to the owner to make the right choices and fulfill promises. I think I got that hood mentality. Because my thing is, I would have got rid of the guy under me that I depended on because I depended on him. And he did me bad. It's like Ash don't even know that he's still trustworthy. It's like he's like that wife. Like you getting abused by your wife. I know it, y'all laughing, but it's some guys that get abused by their wife. Not me. No, not me. Kind of. No, I'm playing. But yeah, it's like a person being abused and they scared to say something because they might lose that person because they feel that person means a lot to what they have. Will doesn't mean anything to the company. He's not even at any of the events every once in a blue moon. Will should be at every event, front and center. Brizzo, when they used to make the unboxing games, Brizzo was front and center. Front and center. Him, Mike Mahar, Kudo, he used to be front and center. Will is not front and center. We never seen the owner of EA front and center talking about his product. It should be the developers. Will was the head of, he's technically the head of everything that's going on. He's the director. Even though Warner Brothers own a studio, the director get blamed for what movie he makes. Very seldom do you hear people like, man, Warner Brothers made the worst. No, they're going to blame the director. Yeah, Deep Silver, thanks, Jay. Yeah, because they had Deep Silver for a long time as the publisher. And then PlayOn popped up on there. Nah, bro, you gotta sack up and be a man at the end of the day. You gotta be willing to risk it. Otherwise, some other predator is going to come and take the reins. They did. It's too late. Ash don't really own his company. Ash is either too soft. He is. He really is. Ash soft. You know, not in a disrespectful way, but in a disrespectful way. Ash soft. I talked to Ash numerous times. Not being disrespectful to you, Ash, if you listening to this video or anything. But Ash soft. Ash the Joker in the hood. If he come into the hood, I gotta be his protection. Ash soft. Ash used to tell me everything. Everything. Literally everything. He was telling me everything under the sun. And I was like, oh, Ash, you telling me too much. I'm not under NDA. He said, all right. He said, yeah. He said, man, if I had you on the NDA and I could tell you this, I could tell you that. He just felt comfortable telling me stuff, but I was like, nah, don't tell me nothing. I don't want to get you in trouble. I want you to make this game. No, you gotta, let me see. Ash is either, I read that. No, he said Ash is either too soft to run a business or he feeling y'all into believing he is. Nah, what Ash told me, I don't think it would, because I'm not like a big content creator. I'm not, technically, to me, I'm not a content creator. So what he was saying to me, I know he didn't expect for everybody to, me to go back and say something, because what he was he was saying, Ashley Poe, he has someone over him. Oh yeah. Oh, you talking about Will? But Will still holds that authenticity. Somebody, I don't want to say his name because he's a major developer. I don't want to say his name because he said Will is responsible because his title. He said his title say authenticity. That means the company trusted Will. That means everything comes through him. When you say authenticity, you're not talking about one single thing. You're talking about many things that's boxing. So he does have some weight to it. I mean, his title does carry weight. They might collaborate on ideas and stuff, but he holds weight. Let me see. Either way, he don't get my coins. Matter of fact, tell that man I'm a community director. Laughing out loud. Poe, you always sell yourself short. I do. I do. You know how many people told me that? and it's the funniest thing. I know a lot of y'all gonna probably laugh, like, he crazy. This guy was saying on LinkedIn, actually not only that guy, they were saying, what is your title? Because they said, you always on here. What is your title? And I said, I don't think I got a title. He said, but when I look over your stuff, you got a lot of ideas and stuff. And he said, some of your stuff you really back up and it's really detailed. He said, you do have a title. You're a game designer. That's what game designers do. I said, all right, I accept that. I tell this story all the time, but I'm like, I accept it. But I don't want to be like, hey, y'all, I'm a game designer. Y'all got to listen to me and stuff like that. No, I want to be a community guy. What's up, country boy? I want to be in the community at all costs. I'm always the community guy. Even when I'm training, everybody gather around. Hey, no, you're the trainer. No, we all equal. I'm here to teach y'all, but no, we all equal. I never try to act like I'm above anybody. Let me see. People, you always sell yourself short. Have the people who follow you like I do are literally here because of the influence you had at EA. You're an important figure in boxing, video games. Own it. I appreciate you, man. Man, you about to make the boy get no. Well, I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. And no, I wasn't trying to really crying. Something I ate. The problem is he bit off more than he can chew with investors. 100. See, Jay, come on, man. Stop coming in with that stuff, man. Stop coming in here with more information, man. You already give me a information overload. I'm still trying to process what you said. What a week ago, they 100% pushed him around, assuming he learned his lessons for the next one. Wow, I was saying that stuff too. Yo, I was saying that. So straight out the gate, Undisputed might flop and they're gonna blame it on boxing. That is the easiest way that companies do. They say, well, boxing ain't that popular anyway. That's why the game fell. No. If boxing stopped, if let's say this, I'm gonna give this example. If boxing stopped 15 years ago when Undisputed, if that was our last boxing game, a company would actually have made a boxing game and it would have sold great, even without boxing. If it had, I mean, if it didn't have real boxes in it, because the mechanics would have sold the game. Why are people so amped up about Claim Uncut game? There's no real boxers there. Why do people still support Love See Shorty game? There's no real boxers there. Why are they intrigued with what's the name of that company? Overhand Boxing. We don't see real boxers on the screen, but people will support it. Let me see what Jay's saying, because Jay's saying some stuff, man. And I'm still not holding on to what you said, man, about you sold out. I don't want to believe it. From what Will said, because it was asked, his job is to make sure the fighters are authentic. Does that really make it better? What you telling me? From what Will said, because it was asked, his job is to make sure the fighters are authentic when it comes to the models, gear, stances, etc. He signs off on that. And that is not a problem. Jay said, Poe, you're a creator. Laughing out loud. We all in it together. Appreciate that, man, because I don't see myself as a creator. A game designer can still be a community guy. Probably a really successful one. Appreciate y'all, man. Ash trusted the wrong people. They took advantage of him. But now I see he doesn't have the last say in the development Undisputed. He doesn't. He doesn't. Even what's called he like the guy that's cross engineering it, he sees something in. I don't see how you see that in there. That Ash doesn't really hold as much as people think he have with the game. Ash is just the face of the game. He's not the say so. He don't say so. He has very little. And I say after in the middle of them making Undisputed 2, they're gonna push Ash all the way out. He's gonna get frustrated and leave. I think he's gonna get frustrated and leave. Ash trust let me see. Ragzilla signed off on Morrison atrocity atrocity looking hook and his stats. I wish they would go more into detail with all the boxers, not just who they think is special. Exactly. They can do it. You know what? It bugs me out when they say only certain boxers, only the marquee boxers. Why is it that 2K can do that with more basketball players than Steel City can do? And don't give me that, well, they got a bigger team. No, you can't use that. Nope, not gonna give you that. Because we could pull it up right now. And I could tell you how big the team is for NBA 2K, not the whole not the whole franchise. No, for the 2K brand. I know how many developers work on each part of 2K. I know how many developers worked on the WWE 2K game, each section of it. Let me see. Alabama, it's pretty obvious SEI devs have favorites that they spend more effort on. They're not boxing fans. They just like certain boxers. Facts. That was the EA thing too. Not to say too much, but Ash definitely has a lot of say so. If he keeps everything in house, he'll be fine. I hope so, man. I want see people think I don't want Ash to win, even though he owed me a T-shirt and a game model in the game. Nah, I'm over that. I have no beef with Raxzilla. I wish, man, stop. Hey, country boy, you know we had beef with Raxzilla since the EA days. Don't start changing up on us now. I wish him the best, but I wish he would expand the details on the existing and all boxes. These same conversations we was having with Raxzilla though. Don't give Raxzilla out. I'm going at all of them. It's just that Raxzilla happened to catch that straight bullet because I lined him up with Ash, and he didn't even pull me in a loop. I guess pulling me in the loop would have canceled out a lot of things because you know how passionate I am. I probably would have moved to England. I can't see it, but I probably would. That's how passionate I am. Like Khan, I really like Khan, but his chin should be in the 70s. Yeah. It's okay, Alabama. I got enough beef with Raxzilla for everybody. Exactly. If he doesn't make the mistake of going out and seeking big time investors, he'll win. So what you're hold up, Jay. Hold up. So you saying that the investors that he had, he don't have anymore. So he's actively seeking more investors. So the stupidity of that is, why aren't he looking for sponsors? Sponsors, they don't come with, you don't pay them back. You don't owe them nothing. He should be looking for sponsors. You know who took advantage of the sponsors? EA. All that stuff that you see in what is Fight Night Round 3, Fight Night Round 4, and Champion, that was my idea. And they can't say it's not, because I have it in my wish list. I was saying they should have more advertisement in the game. It will help them get money. So we didn't have to pay for boxers. And they did it. But they oversaturated the game with it. They should try to partner. No, I want more than one game. Let EA make a game and let them make a game. I don't want EA to team up with them. Because then, for one, the same guys is not there that worked on the Fight Night game. So they'll be starting from scratch. Brizzle not there. Mike Mahar is on the I think football or soccer. But a lot of the guys are not there. I don't talk to guys. I went so back, I talked to guys that worked on the Knockout Kings. And they remembered me. That's how far back I went with some of these guys. I see them on LinkedIn. I be actively searching out these guys. They should try to partner up with PlayStation. PlayStation, the game section of it, the games that PlayStation actually made, they wanted to team up with Steel City. But Steel City, they went other ways. And my thing is, when it comes to investors, why don't you let Turkey invest in the game? I'm pretty sure Turkey will invest in this game and they will have a massive team, massive resources. It's like Steel City is not really focusing on what will make them better. And when I go on the Discord, it's like, man, it's like you're in a cemetery. It's like you just sitting in a cemetery. Nothing moving, nothing happening. The activity is dead. Even in the EA forums, even when things went silent, we still had conversations that made the forum pop. It made it, made everybody's happy, excited, ideas and stuff like that. They have big time players now. I don't think he needs extra money like he did before. Yeah. But I just hope it ain't the investors from the UK. They need some of them Saudi developer. I mean, that Saudi money. And my thing, I be tagging them Saudis into everything. Yeah, they need to fix the game big time, but I don't think they're gonna fix it. And I think this might be the first game. This might be the first game that's broken and they move on to a new game. That's gonna be crazy. Let me see. Oh, I forgot. JMMA knows everything about SCI. And you said because they pay her 120K a year. Yo, y'all shout out, man. Y'all shout out. Let's not get back into that conversation, man. That's a trigger. That triggers me, man. That triggers me. You shouldn't have posted that, man, because I don't want to think bad about Jay. Man, people for some reason think they pay me, so I play into it. But if they was, you'll probably be able to tell. Oh, heck yeah, we would have been able to tell. We would have been able to tell. Just like I be telling everybody, if for some reason I come into some money, like hit the lottery or something like that, or somebody I know hit the lottery and I ask for some money, if y'all see me on here, I was about to say with a black shirt on, but I always wear black. That's literally I'm like Superman. Black t-shirts is my thing. Every once in a while, because people see me with a red shirt or something extra, they be like, man, what happened? You ran out of black shirts? Yeah, but if y'all see me with a different background and everything look professional, Poe is making a boxing game. Let me see. Lamar said for sure, JMMA. JMA, real talk. This is what E-Boxing Champion said. JMMA, real talk. That was brilliant marketing. Bravo, my guy. Poe was talking about that for the... Yo, I didn't want to believe it. So, yeah, I was talking about it for 3 days, man. I didn't want to believe it, man. Man, I be defending your characters. Some people don't like it. They like, man, stop defending them, man. Stop defending Jay. And I'd rather not say anything, but I'd be like, yo, nah, man, not Jay, man. Nah, man. Not Jay. I said, I said, Jay ain't doing that. I said that ain't going down. Cause I know I would have seen things change drastically. You'd have seen certain things change. I was like, nah, not Jay. I ain't want to believe it, man. I kept saying it. I kept repeating it right all through the show. Boxing champion, right? I kept saying, oh, not Jay, nah, not Jay. Yeah, I knew he was trolling, but he was like, he was doubling down on it. I was like, nah, Jay, you trolling, man. I know you trolling. He doubled down on it. I was like, Dad, man, I don't want to be that guy. Like, don't take his word. Now I gotta leave the door open a little bit. So but the whole 3 shows, I was like, I said, nah, I know Jane do that. I know he couldn't have did that. But you got people that's like really, your nemesis, they like really they like, I knew it. Your nemesis, they fell for it. They fell for it. Me, I try to leave the door open a little bit. Bro was telling you right before that you can't believe anything this dude says. He just be saying stuff. Yeah. It sounded like a joke, but I say, Dad, man. Even Jay, when he say stuff, it might be serious. I mean, he might be playing, might be serious. You know. All right, man. You put my mind at ease a little bit. But I know them 3 people that I told, they're like, nah, man. He just saying that, man. They 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 gonna put the aluminum hats on him, man, and say, nah, man, Jay getting paid. They told him that he had to take that back. You got to retract that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But my thing is, we what's up, mate? 365. Appreciate you popping in. Yeah. My thing is, oh yeah, this we can ask you this, Jay. When is things going to start picking up? Like the Discord is like dead. When is anything going to pick up? It's like at at some point they gotta say something or do something to make the Discord pick up, because people gonna leave out and then they're gonna pop in every, like, hey, once a week or every 2 weeks or something like that. So I'm like, when is things gonna pick up? You don't even see the community managers in the Discord anymore. That's weird. That's a paid title. That's paid. Now the mods, it's like when they have time, they don't. Moderators don't get paid. They get special things, like, if they have an event, they're gonna invite the moderators. They get free games. They get, free. They get the free DLC and stuff like that. That's what moderators get. Now, senior moderators, they get what the community managers get, but no money. Not gonna lie, I knew back in like July this is gonna happen. Personally, I think they're waiting. They're waiting have some gameplay with this big name they had to announce in Undisputed 2. Maybe. Hope you're doing well. Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's what I know. There's 2 big names they trying to announce, but they trying to find a way to add them in separate packages without, adding them together, because this game got to stretch out. They got to like this whole year. They got to at least three. If they don't announce the game this year, they got to give three DLCs, and are they big enough to hold the fan base? Yeah, I think it's gonna be Tyson. One is gonna be Tyson. One's gonna be Mayweather. I think it's gonna be a Mayweather package. It's gonna be Floyd Mayweather. They're gonna probably a smart thing would be for them to get Roger Mayweather character in there, Jeff Mayweather, and Floyd Sr. And they could add Kamal Moulton. So that'll be a Mayweather package. And I know a lot of people gonna want it to be undersold, but for them to get them that many people, there's gonna probably like $25 or more. I keep telling people they're very, very self-conscious about perception. They're scared of the pushback of when they say they're moving on, but that's going to happen regardless. Just take it on the chin. Yup. Yo, that sound like a girl. A girl, she want to move away, but she don't know how to tell the guy she's moving away from. But she got another relationship happening, but she like still with that guy. I believe they're holding on to the big name as a way to say he's in Undisputed 2. This is what we're working on. Goodbye, Undisputed 1. that should be a great way to do it, but they gotta break away. They gotta let people know. But I know what's the first thing people gonna do. They're gonna pop jump. They're gonna say, how can you move away from this game? It's broken, it's incomplete, but y'all gonna move. Just rip the band-aid off. Rip the band-aid off. They should be. This game is broken. Yeah, it is. But are they going to import this game to the Unreal Engine? So you're importing broken mechanics into another engine that has broken mechanics. When I looked that up, it said that it can make more problems. If you got a game that has broken mechanics in it, and you're porting it into Unreal Engine, there's going to be more problems. Steel City literally has to start from scratch with Unreal Engine. I know it sounds, hey, they're going to start from scratch. We're going to be waiting until 2030. Nah. Games, the way games are today, you won't be waiting that long. Yup, that's exactly why they haven't said anything. Truth is, it takes long to fix this mess versus making a new one. Yeah. Yup. I knew that early. They should at least let players edit licensed boxes. That's what I was saying. See, if they see this not thing, that's why they need to have somebody like me saying something. Even if the game broken, if they would have built a great creation mode, that right there would have kept the game going while they're working on other things. People would have been making characters and stuff. People would have been, and if the career mode was better than what it is, if it was more like Fight Night Round 3, where you can import boxers, like boxers actually import themselves, you create them, they're importing themselves into the career mode at some point. That would have kept the career mode going. So you wouldn't have been worried about them making another game. Broken mechanics or not, people would have been using the created characters. But being that it's so broken, the career mode and all that, now they got to worry. Let me see. E Boxing Champion said they already started from scratch after they quit making ESBC. You right. You right. You 100% right. 100% right. They definitely did. Let me see. You're right. They started it because they said they started over, I think, 3 to 4 times. That's what Ash said. I think they started twice because of the pandemic. Then they started 2 more times after the pandemic. Dr. J, what's happening? Appreciate you coming in. Hit the like button, please, y'all. Please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and share the video if you want to. It's going to take really, really long to straight from scratch. They kind of have to build from one. Yeah, they got to. Speaking of ESBC, I did a video on that undisputed mod. Not gonna lie, they might have something. Oh, see, I like the way he's talking because I was saying these things, but it takes somebody that could like back it up. I was saying a lot of the things he's saying, and he's like backing it. Yeah, he's making a mod for undisputed. My thing, oh yeah, Jay, ask I don't know who you talk to, but ask them, is that going to be a problem that a fan going to re-engineer undisputed? And I don't know if that's going to be is that going to be good for you to ask, because they're going to be like, who reverse engineering our game? What's up, Slug? Appreciate you popping in. Y'all hit the like buttons. JMMA, is you really for the people because you be playing both sides? See, Slug, he heard that conversation. See, Slug going off of that conversation. See, you ain't hear the conversation, Slug. There, Jay was saying that he was just saying that. He was playing up to it. They got angles in there, but they still got some work to do. To be honest, probably laughing on. It depends on if SCI cares enough to stop it. Yeah, I'm shocked that EA didn't say nothing about the Fight Night Forever guys, because they have champion in they actually have champion still in the what's that, Xbox marketplace. Slug, this dude at JMA is in for himself, bro. Laughing out loud, bro. He trying to get it. Y'all shout out that part. The game is 15 years old. EA don't care. Yeah, they do. You must not experience stuff with EA. I remember people were trying to mod other games, and EA sued them. Let me see. Let me look that up right now. Yeah, EA sued that. EA, if because they try to, if they could sell their IP and you making mods and stuff, you're hurting business. We see IPEA. me see. Let me see. Yeah, say electronics broadly sue fans just for modding. And say the company does enforce policies primarily through cease and desist regarding intellectual properties infringement, particularly of commercialization of mods. EA stance on modding. Non-commercial rule EA policy clearly states that modding must be non-commercial and not make a profit. Any methods of profiting, or here that's what probably did it. Any methods of profiting from mods, including permanent paywalls or early access periods, are prohibited. Enforcement is often done via Digital Millennium Copyright Act (DMCA) claims against creators using EAIP for commercial purposes. But once they start marketing and stuff like that, that's not commercializing specific content. EA has reportedly cracked down on specifics, the Sims 4 mods that promote harmful content or erase diversity, contacting the site hosting them for removal. General tolerance. Historically, in many cases, EA has historically condoned or ignored modern projects as long as they don't allow piracy, infringe on existing commercial licenses, and violate in core EULA terms. But still, EA still has the game in the marketplace. They're trying to sell it. So literally, they're like, fans be like, if I could get it for free, why should I buy the game? Oh, they trying to say EA is more friendlier than Nintendo, Take Two, Interactive Inc., and Activision. That's weird. But I remember EA was suing people left and right. I guess they changed that stance. Let me see. A company like Rockstar would care. I'm saying that part where JMMA said, as bad as it is, I hate I can't hate on Undisputed. I'm grateful, to be honest. Like I have said repeatedly, Undisputed has tons of potential. I say the same thing. It has potential. It's just I can't sit back and say I like Undisputed and it has no problem. If I'm complaining, I'm complaining to make them take notice on what they, because we just play it and say this what I hate when people say let them make the game that they're making. They know what they're doing. No, they know what they're doing as far as development. They're not boxing fans. So the boxing fans should be outspoken. Stop saying let them do what they want to do. No, they're making a game according to how they feel, not what fans want. Fans used to say that all the time at EA. I say, oh. Fans used to try to, when I was senior moderator, fans used to try to tell other fans to be quiet about certain things. No, that ain't gonna happen on my watch. Playing Fight Night Forever made me realize how bad Undisputed Boxing game commentary is. Yeah, I agree with you. But you know the funniest part? Ty Grisham is not really a boxing commentator. He just started when this game was made. Todd Grissom, he be saying some weird stuff. Like what's called Teddy Atlas, he be sounding more natural. They needed more commentators. They actually signed more commentators. That's what I should have been saying. They signed commentators, ring announcers. One of the ring announcers get on my nerve because he always trying to correct me. He trying to defend Steel City. I say, yo, man, this is my page. This is my Twitter account. You can't come on and tell me what I should be posting. I don't owe Steel City anything. They don't owe me nothing. So you can't tell me, how I see things. Now I was telling him, I said, you probably not even a gamer. They talking about something he did 20, 30 years ago. Yeah, you played it 20, 30 years, but have you been playing games constantly? You just decided you're in a game and they didn't even put your character in yet. That's where a lot of Steel City fluff gonna come from. They're gonna put in these announcers, maybe. They're gonna put these content creators, I mean, like hip hop gamer, they're gonna put them in the game because they scanned them. They scanned all these people. I'm like, why is they scanning these people? Let me see. Drip. I mean, Dr. J was Morrison playable in Fight Night Forever. I think the problem is that Undisputed needs competition. They definitely need competition. And you should have heard how Gangsta Ash was talking, the owner of this company. I say you're not scared because this is something I used to say to this to every company that I knew making a boxing game. I like talk to them in their DM. I say you ain't scared EA is going to come and make another fight night or boxing game. And Ash was the only one that wasn't scared. He said, "Come on, tell them." He said they could bring it. I'm ready for him. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You talking like that, and the other developers was talking like they were scared. It's like they gonna make us lose money, ain't they? I say, no, they're not gonna make you lose money. The more games, the better. Just gotta make it right. Let me see. Yeah, they pick widows from the voices, man. Oh, they pick widows for the voices, man. Jim Lampley, Teddy Atlas, Jimmy Leonard Jr. None of these guys were approached. I think they approached Teddy Atlas. I forgot what he said. They did approach Teddy Atlas. Hate to say this, Poe, but I think the next boxing game has to be. Give me, give me. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Doing well. Walking around. Yeah. Back. Sorry about that. Let me see what y'all talking about. Um, Dr. J said, "Lower, I don't think so." Oh, you said hip hop gamer would come with a cheat code. Oh, so you know that joke? That joke always talking about the cheat codes and stuff. Yeah, I knew him. I knew him for a while. I wish I could turn off Johnny Nelson's commentating. That is sad. Grissom is good. Grissom, he sound like he don't belong in a boxing game, but he should be a part of a boxing game because that's what he do now. But Grissom's voice fits more like for a wrestling game, which he was in a couple of wrestling games. But he needs more lines. Yeah, but that's the thing with AI. AI will, if they tape his voice, AI will give him more lines. It would like naturally say things. He don't have to make the lines. Like they get his voice, and then the AI make out, follow the it watches the fight. A lot of people don't know stuff like this exists. It does. It'll watch the fight that's going on, and it'll commentate what it see. I mean, what the AI sees, and that's crazy. Yeah, I, yeah, I, mm-mm. I like women. I love my wife. That's full woman. How's it going, Breaking Bad? Appreciate you popping in. We got 72 views. Could y'all please hit that like button? Because I'm trying to expand this community. The better this community get, the better our voice will be heard. My thing is, I'm trying to help. Look who popped in the house. Guess who came in the room? Boom. Shaolin Phase 187. Um, SCI should shut the servers down. Undisputed isn't worth the time or energy. They should. But you know why they can't shut the servers down? Because the offline is garbage. A company usually, like, if they shut the offline, I mean cut the online off, people still can play it offline. But offline is not that good. Plo said, get some boxing legends to do special commentating. Yeah. Like Roy Jones. I'm sure Roy Jones didn't want to do lines. But the thing is, they should get the boxing legends to lend their voice to the AI and let the AI technology tell us what's going on in the fight. The AI can literally tell you every punch, every movement, everything you're doing in the game. Exactly, there is. There is. And the silence doesn't help. What's up, Box Eye View? Salute. What's up, my brother? Um, yeah, they trying to. It's like we was talking about earlier. It's like you scared to leave that ex girlfriend, even though you got a new girlfriend, and you scared to leave her. You want to make sure that person is good, even though she's just she's not worth your time. Let me see. Every section of this game is broken from online to offline. It is. They can't even. That's the crazy thing. Usually, when the online is broken, the offline works, but everything's broken. What's going? A Lord? I mean, E Boxing Champion said. Lord Bama, wait, is a transgender boyfriend a biological female? I'm lost. Y'all shout out. Big chillin', brother. Hope y'all doing well. Yeah, man. I gotta watch some more of your yeah, all right. All right. um yeah, I watch some more of your videos, box eye view. You had me dying laughing. Let me see. Poe out here preaching, brother. I hear you. You gotta leave her. Let it go. Y'all shout out, man. No, no, that was my wife. That was that. I don't. No transgender. Um, AI commentators would revolution would be revolutionary. I want the AI to save my creative box. Exactly. That's what it does. You know, they don't won't say our name. The AI will actually have a database that it can read from. Like, say you create a box and you want a random name instead of that small list that they give you. The AI will give you more names to choose from. Or if you pick random, they'll just pick a name. And it'd be funny though. You know what would be the funniest thing if the AI pick a name and it be your name or somebody you know. Like, it pick your name just like how your name is. And the character look a little bit like you. Uh-oh. No, I'm just playing. Shaolin. Um, all right, Paul, I gotta run. Keep fighting, brother. See you tomorrow. All right, see you tomorrow, man. Appreciate you stopping in. Hit that like button on your way out the door. Tip, tip the guy on the way out. Hit the like button. That's the tip. No, I appreciate y'all, man. I really appreciate y'all. What's up? I'm precisely. Appreciate you, man. Y'all know when to pop in here, don't y'all? I'll be like looking at that. I say, yeah, let me. I'm about to get up out of it. Then somebody pop up and keep me in a little longer. That's what King Juice said. He said, Poe, I want to do an interview with you. He said, I want to come on your podcast. But he said, man, y'all ain't gonna keep me there for no 3 hours. Y'all show be too long. I gotta start timing my show because um it's like kind of dead. Like, I guess that 6 o'clock is like people like really like settling into home. They just getting home. So I should like, start having it like at 7. You more settled in. Especially if you East Coast, Mid Coast, you probably just getting off your job or whatever. Where's Oren? Oren didn't come in today. Oren, you gotta come in here today, man. Just pop in and pop out. Yeah, pop in and pop out. Let me see. Size C big box. Yeah, man. Happen box out real good to see you, champ. Yeah, box out view, man. What you think about what you see? Box out view is one of them guys that he's down for whatever. So it's kind of hard to ask you questions, my brother. But what is your thoughts about Steel City scared? They're being scared to move on to Undisputed 2. Even though they're working on it, they're like scared to like, hey, we're working on Undisputed 2. We're not gonna really do too much more with this game. They just should pull the band-aid off. Or Let me see. Box I Review, they changed my opponent. And now I'm fighting Zilly Zhang. And it's a 30-man tournament. Oh, dog. Yeah, see, Zilly Zhang, that right there, that kind of got to me too. Because it should be weight detection in the game. Zilly Zhang, which they don't have clinching in the game. Zilly Zhang should be able to zap you. He should be able to lean on you to take some of your energy and stuff. You know, they don't use boxers the way they're supposed to be used in real life. Let me see. Likewise, e-boxing champion. They probably still have to drop the boxes they said they were going to drop in this game. I don't think like we're gonna get major boxes. I think the major boxes they're gonna save for the announcement. They're gonna show us a preview. My thing is they can show us a preview now of the game and just be like, let us see that they're working on part two. And fans gonna be like, all right, we're gonna accept Undisputed for what it is, but they working on the part two. That's the thing. I'm like, who's making y'all decisions? Y'all need somebody like me. Nah, I don't want to be there. They probably still have to. Okay, I saw that, but I'm not sure honestly. Hope you ball out precisely. Yeah, salute to precisely. I hope you win the tournament. At least come in the top. What, four? Box Review said, I don't know if they started the second one yet or if it's just rumor. Jay said it is. Jay said they did. He said they started like they scared. They don't know how to say anything. They scared. He said they nervous to say that they moved on to another game. Literally. Like they moved on, start working on but my thing is take the ban of every company does it. Just say it. Stop being scared. And I wonder, is it Ash? He might not be a timid person, but I'm just going by your mannerisms. But Ash, pull the band-aid off, man. You gotta be more vocal. Undisputed looking kind of rough right now. You said, Poe, you still listen to JMMA? I'm gathering the information. I'm with that part. It might be true because he's not the only one that said about they're working on Undisputed 2. Actually, a developer said they're working on Undisputed 2, and he had to retrack it. That's how he got in trouble. Stop it. He said, stop listening to Jay. If they're working on Undisputed 2, I don't want to see videos on the game until it's about 80% complete. Yeah, that makes sense. I always tell companies that. Never show your game if it's not that close to being released. I will only take it serious if I know that they have actually trainers on staff. Yeah, exactly. That make 100%. See, y'all starting to make more sense about certain things. Yeah, trainers should be there. Historians should be there. Boxers should be there. But and I know a lot of y'all don't think so, but trainers should be there more than the actual boxers. Because trainers actually know what they taught the boxer. So now you're telling somebody that actually trained somebody and he's actually feeding you that information. And the trainer should actually be there breaking down film studies with the team. There should be a lot of film study. That's the thing that be bugging me out the most. You ain't got to know about boxing, but if you're doing film study and seeing does it match up, that right there tells you enough. Let me see. Precisely said, I just played Undisputed today. Punches feel like I'm underwater and feel ineffective, too stiff and clunky. For the next game, they need to focus on fluidity in the gameplay mechanic. Exactly. If it looked it more realistic in the betas, the early betas, it looked it more fluid. The only problem he like really had with the betas is the punches didn't have impact on it. They felt like you was having a pillow fight with the boxers. Other than that, they just had tweaks, little tweaks. Who have you thought of doing film study on the show? I thought about it, and I don't want to like start talking. Yeah, I should do film study, but would I get a strike for doing it? That's the thing that I'm worried about. Even though I don't have on the to make money off of, on my channel yet, I might get because they go back and you see your strikes like they might strike me and stuff like that. So I don't know. Is precisely said it's not cohesive, Paul. That's the biggest problem. Yeah, it. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it's a lot of things that they just. It's like soon as the boxes they put the boxes out, and y'all can't, and you can't tell me. I know Jay was saying what he was saying, and who else said that was trying to take up for Will? Was it you, boxing champion? You can't tell me that Will didn't have nothing to do with the boxes getting put out the studio. Because soon after he came there, the boxers had to leave. That sounds like something EA probably would have said. What's up, my brother Don D205? Y'all gotta watch his go watch his Twitch. Is that with me it's like 12:15. 12:15 Eastern time. And I think you're behind me like 2 hours or something like that. So watch his Twitch and watch his kick. Don D205. He do fight night. He do fight night. He does daggone Starfield. He does the quite a few games. But and he do the college football. He does the NBA. He's do champion, and he played all a couple of the popular games. But he also played art. I mean, what's the name of that game of it again? My brain just because I was shocked that you came in. Play art. E-boxing champ said I literally show excerpts of fights every single day as long as you add your unique input. It's allowed. You should do it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be saying your stuff. I'll be laughing. I'll say, yo, he really going for it. Unprecise said, can't understand these stupid leagues gaslighting people into thinking the game can look better if you play a certain way. Exactly. I'm glad you're saying that. And you in the league. Oh, you're an hour behind me. Okay. Man, I always shout you out every day. I try to remember. I don't shout you out probably about 4 or 5 times because I shout you out in the beginning of the broadcast. And then I shout you out in the middle. I probably shout you out when I'm about to do my outro, even though I don't have an outro. Let me see. Yeah. I'm laughing at him precisely because he's saying that the league. I'm not in a league for that trash game. Oh, okay. I'm shocked that Westcom didn't start a league. The Fight Night Forever game. I wonder what. I'm shocked they didn't start a league. Me neither. I wonder why he don't care because he don't care. But as long as he getting that check, I really don't get how Will Kinsler and those people sleep well at night, knowing they treated the public like that. Exactly, 100%, 100%. They like fractured the whole community. Precisely said, I would gladly join a Fight Night Forever League. I'm shocked they didn't start one. And people, and you know the funniest thing to me, because they modded the game, they took all their time and effort to mod the game, and they don't get paid. And EA is watching them to make sure they don't get paid. But my thing is, why did you what was the whole purpose of them modding the game when you don't get no type of compensation? Like a lot of people say with me, why do you do all these shows when you don't get paid for it, when you can get paid and click it on? Click it on and just have commercials and stuff. I want to do that to y'all with the commercials. Let me see. Precisely said, Will Kinsler gotta go. They need Brian Hayes instead. Yeah, man. I'd love for him to be on the game. It's easy to think people can live their life with such disregard for the consequence of their actions. I'm precisely, I mean, yeah, E-Boxer Jam said, I'm precisely facts, bro. If Bruiser was in there, I'll be completely different. It'll be, it would. It would be because Rizzo would actually have the leverage to do what he always wanted to do. He didn't have the leverage at EA. EA had a brand that they were sticking by. Realistic games, they fed that to the community. Realistic games don't sell. And their thing is everything was hybrid. Even when Mike Wayne came there and they kicked Mike Wayne out because Mike Wayne was trying to bring a realistic game to them to make the game more realistic. They got rid of him. No, they didn't get rid of him. He left when he heard their vision. He didn't want to be a part of it. How's it going, Time Bucket TV? Appreciate you popping in. Please hit the like button. Like, share, comment. Well, you commenting already, but I appreciate you popping in. Cause purpose lies in what you would do if no one paid you to do it. And Poe, you do it. You do this show consistently, and we, the public, are grateful and appreciative of you, bro. I appreciate you, man, for saying that. Yeah, I really have passion for this. You know, I got passion. If I got fired, well, I got banned as a senior moderator. You know, I got passion if they were giving me gifts and I still would not fold under what they were giving me. I be trying to tell people that they gave me to go see Mike Tyson, all these things. They're trying to break me. They're like, yeah, we give them this, give them that. We could get them. No, stuff like that don't break me. I got morals. Thanks, Lamont Davis. I appreciate you too, man. You pop up every day, man. Y'all want to help me have an audience if it wasn't for y'all. You know, I'm glad I got y'all to lean on, especially when I don't have my co-host here, AJ Pax or Leafy. I'm just messing with y'all. Y'all got lives too. But yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm just trying to amplify our voices. Yeah, man. Remember I used to be annoying. I don't know if you was there when they fired me. They made the forum. I keep the reason why I stopped and thought because the Discord, you don't call it no forum. You just call it Discord. But I was like, that should I call it Discord? No, the forums. They pushed for them to bring me back. They made sure I got back. Hold up, what you trying to say? What if they gave you 120K a year, though, Poe, like JMA? Yeah, all right. See, now you go to bull jump. Then you go to bull jump. How you try to play me out? But no, I want to accept it. I mean, I would accept it, but I'm not gonna change what I'm saying. They'd have got mad at me. That's how I did with EA. They would have got mad at me because I didn't stick to the script. I didn't never stick to no script. Even when, yeah, you trying to be slick. Even when I went to EA, they knew my voice. They knew that I was kind of what you would call a troublemaker, an outspoken person. They're like, oh, so this is Poe. This the guy that everybody be talking about. And I was like, yeah, who you? And they tell me they're a developer and they tell me what they really do. It was like people that you don't really see besides Brizzle and, the people that they put to be the face of the game. Yeah. A lot of these guys I'm still friendly, even though they like barely saw me or barely knew of me. They make me their friend on LinkedIn and Twitter and stuff like that. Yeah. Yo, but y'all wilding though. Y'all trying to say Poe a sellout. Not at all. I'm from the hood where we have that don't go. Even though it's okay nowadays. Not for nothing. I turned down too much money for me to accept that little punk 120 for anything. Yeah. Because like I used to like they used to say, when you got a record and when you got accolades, it makes for better fights. I had records and accolades. I mean accolades. I had, the Golden Gloves I won 3 times. It's hard to win the Golden Gloves. Very hard. But I won it. I won the state championships. You get belt. That little cheap Rocky Marciano looking jump. But now they give them actual belts that look like the WBC and WBA type stuff. What I won? I won the diamond gloves. You get a gold glove with a diamond inside of it. I won that. I won Fight of the Night 3 times. So those accolades. So when you turn pro, they say, hey, he got all them accolades. His money, he would look good on your record if you beat him. And some of the fights, I said, no, I'm not taking that fight. I said, you want me to really have that fight now against somebody? No, I'm not taking that fight. You shouldn't have to stick to the script, especially when it involves the coherence of what's right and just, I'm proud of you for standing for what's true. Thanks, man. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, Paul. That's inspired for real. You stand on business. That's why I'm a fan. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I don't change, man. I can't change. I can't, no matter what. My wife, my mother, everybody, my mother said I'm the same person, and I know Shaolin should like this. When I used to be when the Wu-Tang first came out, I playing it everything. And everybody that remember me, they know what I like. And I used to like everything Wu-Tang. Everything, Wu-Tang this, Wu-Tang that. I even met the Wu-Tang. One of my best friends he was one of their managers. So I, you know how things just fall into line, and you know it's just I'm passionate about stuff. When I'm passionate about stuff, I got to keep forward with it. Like me, I love cooking, you know, food. You know, when I used to have my cheesecakes and stuff like that, I had to adapt. I had to change my recipes and stuff like that. You know, I love, you know, doing things. I love artistic stuff. I love writing, you know, different things. But back to the community. My thing is I want the community to be more outspoken. I wasn't gonna even start doing videos, but people always be like, yo, Paul, you should do videos again, man. You should do videos. It's like, man, you never know what it turned out to be. I wanted to turn out to be something major. I want fans to like, you know, say, hey, maybe Poe can help things change. We do the survey. We do, you know, we do the different things that will make developers listen to us. They will listen to us. The shareholders, the publishers, they will listen to you. From my experience, I'm going about from my experience. They will listen to you. Even the developers, like, yo, they were telling me game. They was feeding me game. When y'all come together, the publisher and the investors will listen. Let me see. Don T say Poe is not a turncoat or no sellout for anything, and doing what's right comes with a price. But greatness costs what it costs. There's no bargaining price on what's great. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. Don D, boy, he an inspirational guy, man. He'll talk you into, man, believing you could walk on water. I know, but he'll make you believe. Don D, he make you start writing something right after he talk to you. Don D he's a good guy. Very good guy. Very honest too. I saw a documentary on the Golden Globes. Awesome stuff. I saw Joe Frazier at the Garden at MSG when I went to the Golden Globes. Yeah, I remember we was trying to cause I walked over a couple of times like when we had tournaments, it'll be 20 people, and then when it come time for me to fight, there's nobody for me to fight, so I did walkovers. You know, it's not my fault. They wouldn't fight me. So we was trying to get so I could fight in New Jersey and in New York. I was like, yeah, I'm for it. Because to me, New York, they give you bigger gloves and you get better stuff. We get a little pump golden glove. Poe, you really believe in the survey. I do, man. I really do. I really do. Email me, bro. I got some more ideas you can free for you free of charge. All right, man. If things start happening for me, I'm gonna pull all the people in that look out for me. And all the people that say, oh, Poe is just wishful thinking. No, wishful thinking, when a lot of people keep wishing for the same thing, it can happen. When a lot of people wish for the same thing together, it can happen. You know why it can happen? Because one of them will get off their butt and make it happen. All it takes is one, then the rest of them start following. We're going to make it happen. Yeah, it was wishful thinking, but we're actually making it happen. And that's what I'm trying to do. And I want y'all to stand up and be like, hey, all right, Poe, we're going to make it happen. Y'all not putting money into a what they call it, the offering tray and stuff like that. All I'm asking for y'all to like, I'm like my show. If you don't like it, okay, that's on you. But take the survey, share it to your friends, stuff like that. Or you can help me craft another survey that's better fit, that you think would fit more for the community. I just don't want to, even though it's already somebody read it, they said, man, you got some of you, even though they're different, they sound almost the same. I was like, Dad, I think I got 50 people, 58 people that signed it already. Might be a little less, but I got a lot of people that signed it already. And I'm like, Dad, I might not be able to get them the same people to sign it. So I don't, it's like I'm up in the air trying to start another survey. Let me see. E-boxing champion said, if you will it, do it is no dream. Yeah, facts. Bro, if Poe made a boxing game, it would be an all-time so. I believe so. I 100% believe so. You know what? This is a story I'm about to tell. I don't like telling everything. When I talk to people, it was just, matter of fact, it was 3 developers. They say, yo, man, you got all these ideas, man. They great ideas. I was getting excited. They said, they great ideas. So, yo, we'll help you if you make it. I said, man, I ain't got no money for no video game. They say, yo, man, you got all these ideas, but you can't make it. We don't got the budget for it. We can't make it. Because a lot of them, they were indie companies. Even the other ones, they were saying it was too expensive. Their thing, because I keep trying to tell companies, because their focus is on the licenses. And I keep telling them, stop focusing on, it's a lot of companies want to make boxing games. But their thing is they keep thinking the community want licensed boxes. And I keep telling them, no, they want a great game. They don't care about the licensed boxes. The licensed boxes will beg to be in the game. I be telling them all the time. I'm gonna be like, nah, man, we're gonna lose money because people want licensed boxes. I said, nah, man, they don't want they want a good game. The licensed boxes are like the cherry on top. But the game itself with modes, features, like you have the more creation slots, the creation mode, the tournament mode for online and offline, the career mode for online and offline, stuff like that. Management mode, manager promoter mode, create a boxing card. I could go on for days and days with ideas. Days and days. That's all I do is think about ideas. You know how many games I gave ideas for? Ideas for Fallout. Ideas for just random ideas I just put out there and I let people look at them. My thing is, I don't want none. Just give me credit in some form of fashion. That's how humble I'm about things. I just want the game. What I made ideas for Destiny, that game with the girl with the red hair. Destiny, what's that? Ideas for The Last of Us. What's the other one? I just be making ideas, and I make like whole blogs with ideas like that, and I be tagging the developers in it, and it be getting a lot of views. So that means they're watching my content. Let me see. Let me see. I didn't read your old post. Bro, if Poe made a boxing game, it would be an all-time seller. I can't wait to see who hires you on their staff because I'm coming. Yeah, I really hope somebody at least let me let's see what you're doing. That's what I used to tell Ash. Just let me know what you're doing. I say I don't want to be on a team. Just let me know what's going on. And he actually was giving me, feedback on certain things. He's like just telling me stuff. or he like really took my feedback. He took it to heart. He like really like, okay, Paul, don't worry about it. We're gonna fix things. We say, don't worry about it. It's just an early version of the stuff. He ain't had to tell me that personally. He literally emailed me and he said, Poe, he said, I heard you had with Ricky Hatton. He said, I think I heard you had problems with how he made Ricky Hatton. He said, don't worry about it. We're gonna fix him. I said, oh, all right, thanks, man. I said, you ain't had to really tell me. He said, no, thank. He said, thank you. And I was like, yo, he ain't had to do all that. That's darn true, bro. We just want a great boxing game. Exactly. Yeah, they only listen to the casual. And the casual is not when it comes to sports games, they're not the majority. The casual is not the majority. If you do your research and look up the data, casuals not when it comes to sports games, they're not the majority. It's a large amount, but they're not the majority. But they tend to, for some strange reason, the hardcore fans let them speak louder than them. What's up, Mike? Oh man, you late today, man. Mike, late today. Man, we had a lot of stuff we was talking about. Let me see. Yeah, they only listen to casual. Casuals don't care about the sport, but won't shut up about it for some reason. Yeah, they won't shut up about it. They're taught like they really know what they're talking about. It like it's annoying. It's like this Joker is talk. He's super casual. He told you. It's somebody I'm not gonna talk about him because I know somebody probably went back and told him anyway, so he probably mad. But we men. I could say it in your face too. We're men. Um, it is what it is. But yeah, it's just a lot of things that people they try to act like they know more. You probably know more about gaming than I know about boxing. You might know more about gaming than I know. I mean, than you know about boxing because I know a heck of a lot about boxing. I know a lot about boxing. And you know the funniest thing, I felt kind of proud that it was like about a month ago now. I went over to a gym and this kid walked up to me and he looked at me. He saw that when I got in the gym, he saw how emotional I was about being back in the gym because I haven't been in the gym in like probably about 25 years. Like really went in the gym. And I went in there, I was like, Dad. Then the guy was like, I was talking to the owner of the gym. He wanted me to be a trainer at the gym. It's like, yeah, because he knew my brother and my uncle. So he's like, yeah. And he knew that I've boxed. So when I was showing him, my accolades and stuff on my phone, he's like, yeah, man. He said, definitely. And I was like, Dad, man, I can't, because I got too many things I take care of at home. I'm a mother caretaker, and so I can't really like focus on boxing right now. So I don't know, but best believe if something called out that like far as the game and stuff, my sister would be here and watching my mother while I go wherever they want me to go. Yeah, I would. My guy, you gotta listen to the rest of this show because y'all trying to make me hit. Y'all trying to make me do that 12 hours, ain't y'all? The more I do this podcast, the more I see that I can actually do the 12 hours. Because we did, I think, whether yesterday or the day before yesterday, we did 4 hours. We did 4 hours like it wasn't nothing. And then my thing is, I'm trying to see what what fan base do I get in that 12-hour span? Because some people gonna be getting up and some people gonna be going to sleep. So I could get another fan base doing that. Because that's what we used to do when I used to do my old podcast with Indigo 72 and that PR guy. When we used to do them podcasts, we used to do them kind of late sometimes. And some of the people was from Australia and different places. It was funny. Even with him, he used to be nighttime, and he used to have them coquille, them little frogs that be making all that noise. He's like he used to have to turn his air conditioner or his fan up so it could drown them out. Oh man, I knew somebody was gonna ask me that joker could hit. Shannon Briggs could hit. That joker hit. That joker hit like somebody hit you with a bat. Cause I remember one time, but out of him and Ray Mercer, I think Shannon punched harder than Ray Mercer. Yeah, Shannon punched harder than Ray Mercer. Shannon, boy, that joke hit me with a body shot, and I was still ready. It was like one of them delayed reaction body shots. That joke hit me with a body. It hit me on the ribs. Hit me like, bow! And I was still trying to walk forward until I started doing the mummy walk, and I dropped down to a knee. I said, what the heck? I felt embarrassed, too. I dropped down to one knee. So I said, all right, you got me. We still sparred. Yep, let's go, champ. And that was his motto back then. Everybody's calling Shannon the regulator. That was everybody was yelling, regulator. Every time you fight or something like that. But Shannon, he was knocking to you literally hear jokers getting hit, and you hear them hit the cans like boom, boom. Every time you fight, somebody hit the cameras, boom, they drop, boom, like that. And that's when Shannon was thin. He was thinner than what he started. I hated that he packed on all that muscle. I think he would have been like really legendary if he wouldn't have packed all that muscle on. He started getting like real bulky. I didn't like that. For one, you got asthma, and then now you're carrying extra weight. It's like you carrying an extra body with you. I didn't like that. To me, he was punching harder because speed is power. I think he was punching harder when he was thinned out. Yeah. See, people think I just like Shannon, but me and Shannon, we like, I think we built a friendship of like a brotherhood type stuff. Even though we sparred, I used to be in this training camp and stuff like that. He used to talk to me like it's to me the New York guys. They always talk to you. They like they philosophers and stuff like that. Like talk, walk. Come on, let's go for a walk. And I was laughing because that's what my cousin used to do. He's from New York. Always go for a walk, long walks, just talking and stuff. Wrapping up our hand wraps while we walking, just talking. Used to get in free fights because of Shannon Briggs and stuff like that. I miss that. I miss that atmosphere and stuff like that. Yeah. So, um, yeah, Mike Adams. So JMMA came in here and said, I don't know. Before you get on me, boxing champion, I gotta make conversations. What do you think about Jay saying that the team's scared to move on over to the new game? My thing, they should just rip the band-aid off. And even if that's not true, it feels like that's exactly what they're doing. They keep coming in. It's like something dead, but you're still trying to keep it alive. They come in, they hang around. We gotta make them feel like things are still okay. So, I don't know. What you think, Mike Adams? Don D, you still here? I want to, like, if I've end the show right now, I want to be able to give that shout out. You know, give all of y'all a shout out. Appreciate y'all. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button, the share button, and when you share, if you share the video, please put hashtag Act Still City for a survey. We gotta see what they do. Let's see what they do with it. They scared because they still want to make money off of those DLC boxes. But my thing is, they can't come out if they. You got to have a major boxer to promote part two. So, what major boxer are you gonna? You really got? Unless it's De La Hoya, like somebody not too big, but he's kind of big, like De La Hoya, Lennox Lewis, or somebody like that. But Floyd or Mike Tyson, they definitely have to be a part of the part two setup. They definitely got Floyd, Mike Tyson definitely got to be part of part two. But if they got to stretch it out, they're gonna have to include Floyd or Mike Tyson in that stretch out. But they got to at least drop 3 or 4 more DLCs. And the way they started out, they had us fooled thinking that they was gonna drop DLC every month or every other month. They had us fooled because I think they did one DLC. It came like DLC and patch that came out like real close together. So fans they thought that was gonna be the norm. Let me see. Yeah, I'm about to end the show. Mike Adams didn't answer the question, but just if you listen to this later or whatever, just put the answer and I'll read it and I'll answer it. But we did a 3 hours, almost 4 hour show. I appreciate everybody that came through. Shout out to Don D 205. He go live Eastern time at 12:15. He go live. Just poke your head in, and let them know, you ain't gotta stay. Just go in and go back out. That's how we can help each other. I try to pop in, stay for a little bit, then leave right back out. Might not be interested, but all right, I showed up and I left. But yeah, but this the end of the show. Appreciate y'all. Everybody that came through. Let me see. Mike Adams, salute. E-Boxing Champion, salute. Lamont Davis, salute. PLO 617, salute. Charlene, salute to you. Salute to Precisely. Salute to Alabama. Salute to JMA for popping up 2 days in a row. Shout out to Box Out View. Salute. Let me see. I don't want to miss nobody. I don't want to miss anybody. Oh, Breaking Bad 2020. Salute to you. Salute to everybody that hear this broadcast later on. I appreciate y'all. And until the next show, peace. Oh yeah, peace to AJ Pax and peace to Leafy. And also peace to Don D once again. Don D 205. Want to make sure. Salute.